Welcome, everyone, to Talented Universe on this glorious Monday, February 24th, 2025. I would first like to welcome my co-host, Liz. Liz, how are you holding up today on this
Um,
glorious Monday?
my throat is still giving me issues, so I don't know how well I'll be talking or how well people can hear me. But other than that, I'm here and I'm very excited to talk to Darius today.
Yeah, and we both are excited to talk to Darius. Darius, that's right, season 27 contestant. Were you on the first night of blinds? I'm trying to remember now. It all was it the
Yes,
second? It was the
it
first,
was the
wasn't it?
first.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, what did it feel like when you saw yourself on TV finally?
Oh man, it was so nerve-wracking. The entire episode. I mean, every time someone came on the TV, you were like, you have this anxiety, and then you get the relief that it wasn't you. And then when you finally were on, it was insane, and all the hard work that we put into getting ready and prep for the show. You saw the result or the fruit of that labor. It was amazing.
Yeah. Now we've asked other people, and everybody's had a slightly different answer. Do you remember the blind audition at all, or was it a blur until you saw it on TV?
I thought I remembered the blind audition until you watched it on TV and you're like, oh, you notice little things because it was a blur. It's like you're performing, you're in your zone, you're looking at the crowd, and then next thing you know, you got A-list celebrities looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of
So,
details that I didn't know happened that happened.
so
Mm.
you really don't remember the three-chair turn, how you were feeling or anything?
No, I just remember being like completely in awe. I remember them talking, and I don't remember what they were saying. I just remembered I was super excited.
That is interesting. Now, a couple people have put some stuff in the chat room. So let me go up with Justin. Justin, Adam and Buble turned within the first 20 seconds of your audition, which you probably didn't realize at the time. Uh, did that make it more stressful because you knew you had to keep singing, or less so because you knew you'd already gotten on the show?
Oh, it definitely was more stressful. I think it was a lot easier before they turned because, you just got to feed off of the audience. And then once you notice that they turn, you have two of the biggest celebrity names out there looking at you. And it's like, whoa.
Yeah, not fun. Not fun at all. And Justin has a follow up. If you could perform on stage with any celebrity or band, who would it be and why?
Hmm. If I had to choose, I would say John Legend. I'm a huge fan of John
Really?
Legend. And yeah, I think I've gotten a lot of comments about how similar our voices have our sound over the years, and I would love to do that.
And then he had other, besides Usher, who are some musicians you take inspiration from?
Definitely for me, it would be Pink. Pink is my favorite artist. Absolutely love her. India Ari, and Selena and Tina Turner.
Hmm. Okay. And I think he had one other part. And what would you say is your biggest challenge when singing?
That's a good question. Biggest challenge in singing. I'm a performer through and through. I love to have fun. I love to just, I think, staying in key. I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
get so caught up in the performance and just having a good time because I love being on stage that, I never actually think about the singing part of it.
You like the stage performance too? Is it which do you
I,
like better? Do you like the performance or the singing or the combination, or does it depend?
it's definitely performing for me. I love being on stage. I love feeding off the audience. It's definitely what I love to do.
Mm. Liz, do you have any follow-ups or?
Actually, yeah, I did. Can you give us a little bit of background of what led you to be on this season of The Voice? I know you were a TikTok artist as well.
Yes. So I had my fair share of failed attempts, with competitive reality singing competitions in the past. And I had kind of given up that dream. But, I started doing TikTok, started writing my own music, and I kind of got my fan base or found my tribe on TikTok, so to say. And it was just this fun thing that I did to interact with people that were like me. And I remember getting a message from the voice casting, um, saying, "Hey, would you like to audition for the voice?" And you get a lot of messages, so I'm thinking, okay, we'll play along. And then
Yeah.
as it,
Hmm.
yeah, as the process went on, you start to notice, oh, this is actually real. And you know, flash forward, I'm on 27.
That's absolutely amazing. I do know that we talked just briefly before we came on air. You just released a single, and I got to tell you, I've already heard it, and it is fantastic. Can you talk
Oh.
to us a little bit more about it, and where can we find it?
So the single I released on Valentine's Day, "Love Me Harder," I've actually wrote that about 4 or 5 years ago, and it is my baby. It is one of my favorites that I've ever written. It is available on all streaming platforms, so you guys can follow me at PinPad Magic on Instagram or TikTok. Find the links in my bio, or go to Spotify and Apple Music. But yeah, it's songwriting is what I love to do. It is what is one of the biggest things that, define who I am as an artist. And this is a product of love and labor that I have been super excited to release. And The Voice gave me a platform to finally do so.
That's absolutely phenomenal. Just out of curiosity, because you were going to release this going down, and we know the voice is filmed a little bit earlier for some of the stuff. Did you ever think of maybe using that one to be your one for the blinds, or you stuck it with Usher? Do you ever have any?
Yeah, well, for me, yeah, no, and that's kind of like, one of the reasons why these types of singing competitions were a little bit intimidating for me, is because, I felt like I didn't have the thing that I am most confident in, which is my songwriting ability. But I just wanted to have fun and really put other artists' work on display. So that's why I wanted Usher.
I was going to ask you, why specifically did you choose Usher, and why specifically did you choose that song?
I felt like it was a great way for me to just have a good time. I love having a good time on stage. It was a great way for me to have a good time, but also to pay homage to someone who's a huge name in the R&B industry, and who was a previous coach on The Voice as well.
Hmm. You had mentioned Tina being, one of your influences. Have you ever thought, if you got the chance, and granted, we haven't seen anything going forward, so I don't want to say anything. Um, if I step over the line, just give me a dirty look. But if you thought about at some point, maybe doing a power ballad, like somebody from Adele or Tina, going forward into the competition?
Well, fun fact, What's Love Got to Do with It was by Tina Turner was one of my other options for my blind.
Oh, it was.
And yeah, and I would say stay tuned. You never know what could come next.
I will be looking forward. Michael, do you have anything?
Well, just on that note, um, how how do you keep yourself awake and everything with all, I know the schedule is rigorous. Do
Mhm.
you have any free time that you can just relax, or is it go 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 most of the time, or does it vary depending on what's going on? Such as the blinds. I mean, it's intensive getting ready for them. Day of, are you so nervous you don't even know what's going on, or I don't know if you're trying. I don't. Can you understand what I'm trying to ask? Or
No, I totally get it. I mean, the cool part about this process is we there was a lot of downtime and there was a lot of people going through the same experience. So even when everything was go go go, you would always be able to take those moments, step away, and have conversation with someone who was going through the same or having the same emotions as you. So yeah, it was go go go. It was like it's kind of a mix of both, I would say, because there was a lot of downtime, and then when it was go, it was go.
It was go 100%, 130%.
It's like whoa.
So with that kind of a schedule, were you used to that, or this was kind of a more intense schedule that you were used to normally, would you say?
No, I'm by day. I work in corporate America, so I'm used to just having to be available for meetings, or used to having to be on time or be on a certain specific schedule. So for me, it was just kind of taking all that I've learned in my years of working in an office and applying it to the process. It was super fun.
Well, that's good. That's good. And I guess I have this last thing. It says, what, from Justin, what would you say is your biggest challenge when singing?
My biggest challenge when singing, once again, it's actually singing.
Hmm.
No, I think, yeah, I think for me, my biggest challenge has always been kind of getting out of my head. Like I said, I've been a songwriter for quite some time, and for me, it just stepping outside of my head and not so much worrying about the technical aspect of things and just living in that moment would be the most challenging for me, which this show
Hmm.
gave me a good opportunity to kind of get out of.
Get out of
You,
your comfort space. Oh, go ahead, Liz. Go ahead.
oh, no, no,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead. Michael, go
get
ahead.
out of my
No,
comfort. Yeah,
comfort. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Go for it,
I
Liz.
was I was going to say you have such an absolutely rich, gorgeous voice when you're up there and you're singing, and to pull in the songwriter ability with it too. Have you ever felt like, okay, this song I don't want to give to anybody, but let's say John Legend came and say, I absolutely love this song. I want it. Would you feel the possessiveness of, no, I'm going to keep this for myself, or would you let John have it?
I would definitely let him have it in a heartbeat because
But
he's my. I
but
love
what if it's a
music.
triple plat? What if it's a triple platinum album though? You know,
Yeah, if it's a triple platinum album, it'll
would
probably
you
be
get?
platinum with John.
Yeah.
I mean, at
Um,
the end of the day, for me, I love writing, I love music, but I do also respect the fact that it's a business, and I, want to make the best business moves possible. So I do go through those times where you're like, oh, this is great. I want to keep it for myself, but hey, money talks.
Money talks, but as a songwriter, they're always kind of your babies. They're a piece of you that you've pulled out into work, and I think that would be very difficult giving up some, the ownership of that because it is a part of you.
It is. I agree. In all seriousness, we're creating art, like you said. They are our babies, and with anything, there's a certain attachment to it, which makes it kind of difficult being a songwriter for other people sometimes. But we all have our strengths, and I look at it like this. We're giving people an opportunity to be good at something that they may not be good at. Or give them a piece of work that could put them in a position that maybe you know could take them to the next level.
I've got to ask you, now that you've appeared on The Voice, has your Instagram followers and all your followers everywhere else kind of blown up and people may start recognizing you on the street yet or not quite there yet?
Not quite there yet, but I did, experience more of that with my TikTok following. But I feel like what it's done is kind of like ignited a little fire, so I'm excited for the next couple of weeks.
That'll be fun. And speaking of the future, um, have you thought or already into play of having possibly tour dates kind of set up going along, even if they're local jams or whatever? Do you have anything like that in the back of your head or lined up already?
Yeah, we actually have some things in the works. Of course, we have to. speak with production when it comes to anything that we do. But yeah, I
Right.
have so a couple of performances in the works, so I'm super excited about that as well.
If you had a choice to do any venue in the world, anywhere, whether it be very small, intimate, or very large, where would you think you'd want it performed?
Oh, honestly, I would love to do Broadway. I
Ooh, I
would
could
love to
actually
be
see
on
you doing
there.
that. I could actually see that
Yeah,
with you. Yes. So,
yeah,
what's your
in
favorite
Times
Broadway
Square.
musical?
Oh, Hairspray.
Oh,
And I'm a
classic.
huge fan of Wicked as well.
I was wondering if Wicked was going to pop in there, but yeah.
Yeah, Wicked was amazing, and the film adaptation was also top notch.
No. Michael, I ran away with it again. I'll throw it back
I
at
know
you.
that's fine. That's fine. No, I want to put back up Darius's stuff, but I have to ask, where did you get the handle pen pad magic? Any particular story with that, or you just made it up one day and you liked it?
Literally. Before before that, it was Darius J something or another, and I really used social media for fun to connect with my friends and things of that nature. So when I decided to take it seriously, I said I need a name change. Went on Instagram, Pen Pad Magic, and then I had a little saying or sign off that I do. At the end of any of my performances, from the heart through the pen to the pad, it's magic.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense then. Okay.
Make perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was wondering when I saw that the first, I said, where did he come up with this? That now I know. Now I know.
Yeah.
Because when I was, because I hadn't looked at it in a while, and I was tagging something last night, a story I posted, and I
Hmm.
go, wait a minute, is this right? And I said, oh yeah, that's right. I remember he had that name, and I said, that's it. Okay.
That may be something to consider. Maybe I'll change I'll change it back to
Well,
just.
no, but I mean, as long as people know it and you have your other
Mhm.
name down there, then it's fine. But it was like it just kind of threw me when I did that, and because I'd forgotten, so that was bad for me. So, but I mean, I was glad, and I said, but people remember that, so sometimes that's good, and it's not a name that someone could copy, and so sometimes that's good too.
Yeah.
They know who you are.
Um, you have done a lot on TikTok, and like I said, you're now kind of slowly sliding over into some of the stuff with Instagram, and you have released a few little small snippets of things. Have you ever
Hmm.
thought of possibly releasing more like sit down, just jam sessions, or just you and your voice, and it recording for a bit?
I think for me, moving forward, I love the reaction that I get to my TikToks, and I thought, of so many times of fleshing it out, making it a longer track. And then I thought we're in a generation where, attention spans are shorter. And there's so much music out there. So I honestly just want to take my TikToks and turn them into actual recordings. Don't make them longer and see what happens with that.
That would work. I've always looked at the TikToks of you have such a short little amount of time to do it in,
Hmm.
you know, whereas you do have the ability to do things longer on other platforms. But that would work with what you're saying too.
Yeah, and it's like when you have to, you know, do it in such a short amount of time, you kind of have to create a narrative within a couple of seconds. So it's very hard to then take that short narrative and flesh it out afterwards. And I was like, why? Why should you have to?
Because someone wants you to. That's probably why.
Yeah, and that's funny as you brought it up. I thought that would be cool as well to if it gets enough of a response, then go forward with creating an extended version at that point.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got to ask you something about the blinds and your wardrobe, which was perfect for you. Do you have input into the design before it comes out with the costuming and all? Or do they just say, oh, I think this is going to look good on you, it'll fit your personality, and send you out?
It's kind of, I would say, a mix of both. We do have input into what we wear, but they initially make the selection on, what the final thing is. So we have a lot of creative input. We give them ideas of what we want to look like and, what we would prefer to wear on stage. And at the end of the day, the final decision is up to production as to what you see.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just going to say we have 2 likes from Facebook. We appreciate those people. One was Hope and one was Roger. And then poof, Hope posts a comment. And I go, what timing? Hope says, like backyard sessions, we still enjoy those longer videos as well. Even a short attention span individual appreciate a great artist inviting us in to watch something that takes more time and effort. That is so true. That is
I
so
love that,
true.
Hope.
Very true.
Well, I hope that I can make something longer for you in the future.
Yeah, just for Hope personally, right?
Yeah.
Just for Hope.
Okay, there you go, Hope. Yeah,
Okay.
she's in
You have to,
Louisiana, so
yeah.
she's
You have to entitle it, This is for Hope, who gave me hope.
yeah, there you
Hope
go.
floats.
That works. That works. Oh, and she's replied to that. Said, I love it. Which is so good. What else? Let's start. Now, I'm projecting us. The Voice 27 is over with. You are done. Doesn't matter what the outcome is for you. What goals do you have? I said no matter what the outcome, what are your goals? What did you think before you even? What were your goals before you even went into The Voice? Let's say that.
I don't know. You know what? Honestly, I didn't come into the process with any expectations. Just because, like I said earlier, there were so many instances where, um,
False
you know,
starts.
this, this didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
So and you go through the process, and there's so much that the process entails that you don't really have time to even set expectations, which I think is a great thing. But regardless of what happens with the show, I hope that I find my community. I hope that I can touch people that need, to hear what I do or see what I do or see someone like me doing what I do. And I hope
Mm-hmm.
that I make an impact on the world. I think that's what we all kind of hope.
That's kind of what we all like.
Yeah. And actually, kind of a fill in with that question as well, or a follow up. If you couldn't sing and you were no good at doing anything singing wise, what do you think you would do career wise? What do you think would bring you the
I,
most enjoyment?
I love sales. I love marketing. And honestly, if not that, I would say after this summer and after this experience, I would love to be a part of the production crew. Like
Oh, that'd be
I
great.
saw so many people do so many amazing things, and just to see how they played such a pivotal role in making sure that what you see is how you see it. I would love to be a part of that.
And I
That,
don't think a lot of people even realize how many people are working on The Voice behind the scenes
hmm
and makes it all come together. I mean, that's
Yeah,
we've had people from film and TV that are background. You never see them on camera, but if they weren't there, the production wouldn't happen. It would not.
and
I mean, just a
would not.
shout out to all the people in on The Voice behind the scenes, crew, techs, everything. I mean, it's
Everyone.
just
craft services.
yes, the
Yes,
good part.
they
Yeah,
work
Yeah.
hard. They work tirelessly. They are. It's always now. They're go 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 go. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They really are the backbone of that show, and I'm so appreciative of them and all that they did as well.
yeah. No, it is true. Um, Justin says, I look forward to watching your battle.
Me too. It seems like Blinds is like forever.
Well, I'll tell you, this season they're not putting on 2 shows a week, and it's like it is going on a long
torture.
time. It's pretty much is torture. And I had kind of scheduled things that I thought, oh, we'll be totally done by, end of April, maybe, if the latest. And now it's like I'm going, are they going to continue this just one thing a week for, through battles and knockouts? And I just went, oh my goodness, this is, I mean, it's been crazy. It's been crazy.
Yeah, it has. And honestly, I know the people. These are my friends, and it's exciting to support them. And even I'm like, whoa, how many more people are there? But it's super exciting to see all of my friends just really shine. They all deserve it.
Oh, Justin just posted something from what we just said. I have a feeling it might be true. He says it's Monday only until lives. Oh my.
that leaves us with what, 2 more weeks, something like that, or 3?
Probably 3. Well, I think it depends on how many contestants there are, and since they haven't said anything that I've heard,
True.
I'm not going to have him say.
No.
I mean, there were 64 last season. I mean, there were, oh my goodness, there were so many. But I'm thinking there's not as many, but I'm not saying anything because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. So
exactly.
Yeah, but Justin knows everything.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, 2 weeks, he says. 2 more weeks of Blinds. Okay. But, that means I have to get more guests. Oh, well, what do you do?
Yeah, these last 2 weeks, I feel, are just going to be super exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. He knows too much. I'm not even going to post that. So I'll go ahead and post it. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. Hope asked. Oops, that went funny. Okay. Darius needs to make a candlelit session on live with requests from audience members.
Oh, yes.
Shows range, shows that you can do it all, that you have the personality as well as the talent. Love Nobody But You. The story it tells and the beat is just chef kiss. I think she's throwing a challenge at you.
I think she is.
I think she did. Whoa, Hope. No, that's it. Honestly, and I'll take that challenge. Being on live, I commend anybody that has the courage to do it. It's super scary. And a lot of people don't know what goes in or the ins and outs that goes into creating this art. So having someone be a part of that process is very vulnerable. But I take that challenge, Hope. Maybe I'll start going on live on TikTok and showing you what I have to offer more and showing this bubbling personality.
Well, there you go.
Well, you know what you could do? I know that Instagram has it. I don't think X does, and I don't think TikTok does. But if you came on, you could start to sing one of the requests, and the person who put it in there can join in up underneath you, and you both could do it.
Yeah, I think TikTok has that. TikTok has that option too.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Hope you're gonna come join
okay,
me.
Hope, we're challenging you too.
There you go. But we're getting ready to close up in a few minutes. So if anybody else in the chat room has a question for Darius before we go bye-bye, I really get upset because we are on a slight delay, about 10, 15 seconds. So I get upset when a comment comes through and we're gone. So, there we go. I'll let Haley join him. They can battle it out singing with one another. Ha, ha, ha. Okay. So all these fun little things that are going on. Darius, is there anything you would like to say that maybe we hadn't touched on, that you wanted an announcement, or say, I don't know why I came, things like that?
Yeah. I would say, watch The Voice. It comes on tonight. I'm super excited. Like Justin said, we have 2 more weeks of blinds, and there's still so many incredibly talented individuals that have yet to perform.
Yeah.
All of which I'm close with. So I'm super excited. So if you have a TV, if you have Peacock, watch The Voice, watch my friends, watch me, and yeah, that's probably it.
Well, that is cool. Liz, anything in conclusion, or are
Well,
you good?
I would just add one thing to what Darius said with watching The Voice, watch him. And definitely follow him and see what else fun and new and exciting he has coming out. Because, like I said, the
Great.
album, or I should say the single that he released on the 14th, was perfect. And you guys really need to check that one out.
Oh, thank you. And also, thank you for covering that for me. Yeah, follow me, Pin Pad Magic, TikTok, Instagram, download the single, Love Me Harder, from the heart through the pen to the pad. It's magic. Yeah.
And it is magic. So on that note of magic, everyone, you have a great day. Do watch The Voice tonight. We're going to be watching it. And let me just say who else we have coming up, because we have 2 more voice contestants coming up. So we have on, just for The Voice, on Thursday, we have Connor James coming on at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time. And on the 3rd of March, we have Tyler K at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time. And if you're into the other big topic that we have been doing besides The Voice, if any of you are also into vertical dramas, if you don't know what they are, we have an actor that's on vertical dramas that's coming tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, Andre Pranilla. And we've had several of the vertical drama actors on. I don't know, Darius, if you even know what that is.
I do not, but I am totally interested.
Yeah, it's basically short videos, all cut up, about 90 minutes long total, like a movie, formatted for your phone. So they're vertical instead of the horizontal.
Okay, I love
So
that.
they're dramas. They're basically dramas. Some are a little bit comedy. So that's the other thing that we've been showcasing on our show recently. But on that note, everybody, take it easy as my beeper goes off saying, woo, you said you were going to cut this off and you didn't. So it's being mad at me. But everyone, take care and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.